Old people will find a kind of opportunity when they will be able to work for the development of their soul. That is what old people need. Unfortunately, every country works for the young people, but a country does not uh, think of the old people. A country does not think how the old people will pass their time. The old people need to have a kind of institution where the old people will go and work for the development of their soul. There are parks, but in the parks, who go? The young people are going. There are many. There are you saw theaters. Who are the people going to the theaters? The old people do not have any institute where they can go and they can work for the improvement of their souls. So old people, if there was any place for the old people who are going there, W.B. Yeats has here presented the problems of the old people in this poem. The old people have many problems. Your father is sitting in your balcony all day long because he does not have any place to go. If there was any club for the old people, their all members are old people. People are 80 years old, 70 years old. After retirement, people are going to the club. They are watching TV. They are playing caroms. They are playing chess, and they are coming home. They're passing their time meaningfully. They're gossiping, sitting together. But you will not find a club in Dhaka city for the old people. You will not find an old club anywhere in the world where old people can go and for what? For their soul, for their mind. So they are now confined to the four walls of their home, sitting in the balcony, passing their time, sitting on a rocking chair, always feeling lonely. This is how the old people are passing their time. So a state has to think of the old people for the recreation of the old people, where the old people will go and pass their time. Otherwise, old people really feel neglected in our society. Old people are institutionally neglected in all countries. Think of our country. Will you find any place where the old people can go and pass their time? My father needs to go. My mother needs to go. But my father does not find any place to go to pass his time. My mother does not find any place to go to pass her time. So she or he seems to be kind of burden, always sitting in the balcony reading month, that means dua, and passing his time doing something meaningless. W.B. Yeats is going to Byzantium because there old people will have a kind of environment to work for the development of their soul. And that is why W.B. Yeats is going to Byzantium. Why has he chosen Byzantium? Why has W.B. Yeats not chosen Bangladesh or India? Bangladesh is a very beautiful country. India was also a beautiful country. W.B. Yeats is not coming to Bangladesh or India. W.B. Yeats is going to Byzantium because in Byzantium, W.B. Yeats has heard there are places, there are things that old people feel interested in, and old people will have a kind of environment to work for the development of their soul. And that's why W.B. Yeats is going to Byzantium. There is a specific reason why W.B. Yeats has chosen Byzantium to go to. Our Holy Prophet said that if you want to learn, for learning, even you can go to Chin. However, Byzantium here is not actually a physical place. Okay, W.B. Yeats did not mean that geographical place that is called Byzantium. This Byzantium is actually an imaginary place. This Byzantium is actually a product of his imagination. This is a romantic poem. W.B. Yeats is the last romantic. Although he was writing in the modern period, he has been called the last romantic poet by many critics. Many critics have called him the last romantic poet. Elements of romantic poetry are found in this poem and many other poems of W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats is making a journey to an imaginary place called Byzantium. This is not actually, and the imagination is an important ingredient of romantic poetry. Romantic poetry. This poem is very much like Ode to Nightingale. Keats was making a journey to the world of the nightingale, thinking that the world of nightingale is free from all human sufferings, problems, agonies, anxieties that a man experiences on the earth. W.B. Keats was going to the world of the nightingale. So that was an imaginary journey, and a spiritual journey undertaken by Keats from the world of reality to the world of the Nightingale. And W.B. Yeats is also making a kind of spiritual journey undertaken in his mind from the world of reality to the world of Byzantium. Byzantium is situated nowhere but in your mind. Byzantium is situated in this part of your mind. Just you will close the doors of this place and you will see that you are in Byzantium. You are in Byzantium. That means you have to stop doing the things that you are doing. You will stop taking bribe. You will stop thinking of doing good, bad things to others. You will stop um, malicious thoughts that you have in your mind, and you will think of the development of your soul. You will think of the development of your spirit. You will think of spiritual development. You are in Byzantium. So Byzantium is just in another part of your mind. Just you have to make a shift from this place to this part. Whenever you will think of enjoying sensual pleasure, sensuous pleasure, when you will think of uh, enjoying material comfort, when you will think of doing, when you will stop thinking of doing harm to others, and when you will start thinking of your spiritual development, you are shifted from the world of Ireland to the world of Byzantium. That is what W.B. Yeats is making. So you will. That's why he had chosen that holy city of Byzantium, because there he finds people pay much attention to the monuments of unaging intellect. Come to the third paragraph. I'm in a hurry to finish this poem. O sages, W.B. Yeats has reached Byzantium. He has come to Byzantium. And after coming here, he says, sages, O sages, standing in God's holy fire. W.B. Yeats feels top of the world when he sees so many sculptures made by sculptors. Famous artists of Byzantium made these beautiful sculptures. All these sculptures are standing in line. Sculptures of gods and goddesses there. Sculptures of gods and goddesses there. He finds beautiful, as Keats felt fascinated when he saw many beautiful pictures painted on the urn, or on a Grecian urn. He found pictures painted on the urn. In the same way, W. Yeats finds here sculptures of gods and goddesses made by famous artists. Baba. Okay, Baba, thank you, Doctor. It is a mistake. Okay, so look, as in the gold mosaic of a wall, come, holy fire, burn in a jar, and then be my singing masters of my soul. WBS is inviting these holy masters, the holy gods and goddesses who have been created out of gold enameling by the famous artist of Byzantium. WBS is inviting them to come down and to be his master, singing master. Come down and be my master. W.B. Yeats wants to learn things from these holy sacred masters. And consume my heart away, seek with desire. Come down and drive away from my heart any earthly desire if it is still in my mind. W.B. Yeats has gone there. As we go to Holy Mecca to perform pilgrimage, why do we go there? To clean our heart, to clean our mind, to dispel away, to remove all the desires, earthly desires, material thoughts that we had in our mind, to drive away them, to clean our heart, to purify our heart. We are going to Holy Mecca, Makkah in Saudi Arabia. In the same way, WBS has come to Byzantium. Byzantium to him is very much like that holy Makkah. Okay, and he is telling these gods and goddesses to drive away all the desires, all the material thoughts that he may have still settled in his mind. And look, fasten to the dying animal, and it knows not where it is. Come to the third paragraph. Once out of nature, I shall never take my bodily from form from any natural thing. W.B. Yeats has become so fascinated with these beautiful pictures which are made out of gold enameling, made by the artist of Byzantium. The W.B. Yeats wants to be one of them. W.B. Yeats finally wants to be transformed into such a god or goddess. যে make me, turn me, transform me into such a god or such a goddess. And he says that once out of nature, I shall never take my bodily form from any natural thing. And if I am once transformed into a god, I will never take my rebirth. আমাদের জীবনানন্দ দাশের মতো না কিন্তু, যে আমি আবার শিব ফিরবে এই ধানসিঁড়িটির তীরে, শেষ বেলায় যেন বলে কেমন কি যেন, শঙ্খচিল অথবা শালিকের বেশে। কিন্তু WBS কোনোভাবেই আর ফিরে আসবে না। He was so fed up with this earthly life that WBS does not want to take his rebirth. He will never take his birth again in any bodily form from an industrial thing, but such a form as Grecian goldsmith make of hammered gold and gold enameling. He want to be a god or a goddess that will be made out of gold, hammered gold or gold enameling by an artist of this Byzantium. And he will be to keep a drowsy emperor awake. And I will be fixed on a golden tree, on a golden tree. That means I will be sitting on a golden tree, on the branch of a golden tree. I will be sitting there all my life to keep a drowsy emperor awake, or set up on a golden bough to sing and to. So this is how W.B. Yeats, you will read the lines. This is how W.B. Yeats wants to be transformed into a kind of god or goddess. You will never come back to the world of. W.B. Yeats is a kind of pessimist here. He is an escapist. He wants to run away from the realities of life. Yeats also went to the world of the nightingale. He also escaped to the world of the nightingale, but he came back. John Keats came back to the world of reality with this realization that happiness does not lie in escaping from the world of realities. Happiness lies in accepting this world of realities with all its problems and happiness prospects. But W.B. Yeats is running away from Ireland. I don't like this attitude of W.B. Yeats, because W.B. Yeats is an educated person. He will have to stand strongly, giving guidance, giving suggestions, giving advice to the young generation of these people. W.B. Yeats should do something that the people would come back and people would pay attention and people would work for good things. They will respect monuments of unaging intellect. But W.B. Yeats is running away from this country. If you run away from the country, W.B. Yeats is different from Rabindranath Tagore here. Rabindranath Tagore did not run away. From till the last day of his life, he was working for the betterment, for the welfare of the people of this country. Even the last minute he devoted to the beautifying of the life of the people of this country. But W.B. Yeats is running away from Ireland to Byzantium, and he will never come back to Ireland. What is that? Even Keats is better than W.B. Yeats here, because Keats' dream broke down, and he understood his mistake, realized that true happiness does not lie in escaping from sufferings. Rather, true happiness lies in accepting this world with its pains, problems, and sufferings. He became a realist, and W.B. Yeats remains here a escapist. Thank you very much for today. I thank all of you for being with me for this long time. Thank you.